All right, now let's check out tonight's feature story for you. You know, our whole lives are connected, and that convenience comes at a price. Things like smartwatches or wireless headphones and speakers all need to be charged. So the high demand for electricity can get really expensive. An expert guest will join me in just a minute. But first, Arthur Chien shows us how the city is making a big push now to cheaper, greener options like solar power.
Ah, the New York meter in the basement. Like a speedometer in your car, it logs your usage and can never be manipulated. The more the disk rolls to the right, the higher your electricity bill. But wait, what's this sorcery? This meter's going backwards. It's like not just stopping time, but going back in time.
It's 18 solar panels.
On the roof of this building in Alphabet City sits one of 250 projects run by Here Comes Solar, which, with the help of state funding, has been working with affordable housing providers to provide low-cost solar power. Program manager Anika Wistar-Jones explains what the panels power in a building.
Their security system, their lights, the hallway lights. In some buildings that would be, you know, the laundry room and the elevators. This is a small building, so they don't have that. So that's why it's a pretty small system.
And as for the meter moving in reverse, buildings get money back for their surplus solar energy that they provide. Our Alphabet City building, for instance, saves thousands of dollars each year from the panels, which have a life expectancy of a quarter of a century. That's a lot of money. Here Comes Solar says the second highest cost for New Yorkers is energy, right behind housing.
There's a real opportunity for us to reduce the energy burden on New Yorkers, reducing their electricity bills. Those are real dollars that are saved. That increases people's disposable income that they can reinvest in other things that they value.
In the past, solar contractors didn't want to work in New York City with our complicated permit rules and buildings that have boards with multiple decision makers. But Here Comes Solar found a way to organize decision makers of a building, cut through red permit tape, and through their own education program, even create their own market of contractors by training New Yorkers who are having a hard time on the job market.
There's an additional benefit to all this, and it is a significant one. Most blackouts occur during the day. That's when it is hottest. That's when everybody has their ACs running. Well, solar power generates the most electricity when it's sunniest out, putting that electricity back into the grid.
There's a lot of evidence of solar being really helpful for the grid, being able to reduce that peak demand so that you have less worry of blackouts or brownouts.
The benefits of solar brought to the city with just a staff of 9, overseeing 250 projects, working to literally brighten our future. In Alphabet City, Arthur Chien, Fox 5 News.
Thank you very much for that, Arthur. Noah Ginsburg is joining us right now. Congratulations. A lot of good work out there. You've been around 4 years, you said, right?
That's right. Solar One's been around since 2004, but our Here Comes Solar program has only been in operation for 4 years.
Yeah, well, this is a nonprofit organization, and you go out there and do a lot of work, as we can see. You provide a lot of assistance to the building owners and other organizations to help them. Is it difficult to do that, to determine, you know, what kind of buildings would be good candidates?
That's a great question. Our team has a lot of experience looking at different roofs and figuring out which ones are good candidates for solar, what types of installations make sense for a building, which can really vary here in the city. Are
there some buildings that are not good candidates? Which ones are they? What do you look for?
Yeah, so it can be tough to put solar on a high-rise building. Not to say that it can't be done.
Right.
We see it more and more. But the cost can be higher as well. Best roof for solar is going to be a roof that's wide open, not a lot of shade or obstructions from surrounding buildings.
Right. Now, you work with the underserved markets, right? You go in there, affordable housing projects. That's going pretty well?
It's going great, yeah. We've had a lot of adoption of solar within the affordable housing segment here in the city. More projects all the time. For a lot of the affordable housing developments that we work with, the real barrier to solar adoption historically has been the upfront cost. So we do a lot of work with them to figure out what financing strategy is going to work best for them.
That's probably the biggest stumbling block, right? I think you were mentioning money. People being concerned about how much money it costs them up front to get into this solar system.
That's right, and the cost of solar technology and installation has come down significantly over the last 10 years. But it still is a significant investment, a very good investment for buildings that have the resources to make that investment. We work a lot with building owners to figure out what loans, what third-party financing options they can take advantage of to make sure that all New Yorkers can benefit from solar.
Are they enthusiastic about this idea? I mean, are they interested in converting their buildings over?
Absolutely. For a lot of these buildings, energy is a significant portion of their operating budget. So anything that they can do that's going to reduce their operating budget while supporting the environment is really a good thing.
Yeah, this can only grow, Noah, right? This can only expand, obviously.
Absolutely, yeah. The growth is accelerating a lot. We're seeing more solar adoption here in the city all the time.
And the benefits are terrific. I mean, you talk about energy, you talk about the saving money. I mean, all around, it's kind of a win-win situation, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, continued good work. Noah Ginsburg, director of Here Comes Solar, will be looking for you. Might come out to my house. You do communities, too, sometimes, right? Small areas and neighborhoods?
We're happy to take a look.
Okay, thanks a lot. Thank you, Noah. All right, we spend 40 hours a week or more with our co-workers, and I'm very curious about something. Watch.
Share like